pink sapphire ring, by the way. Just thought you should know that.
Why is Tux medicated pads the brand of hemorrhoid relief hospitals trust most? Because when hemorrhoids flare up, Tux provides soothing, cooling relief on contact. Tux, the brand hospitals trust most.
How long does Replens relieve the discomfort of vaginal dryness? For days at a time. Call 1-800-4-REPLENS for a free sample and discover the difference of Replens. Vaginal moisture that lasts for days.
Remember splashing around with friends? Now your kids can splash and slide on the Goofy water slide. Just turn on the cool summer fun. It's even goofy inside. The Goofy water slide designed by Mattel, making friends you can believe in.
Notice anything? New Yoplait Light custard style. A rich new taste in light yogurt. Absolutely fat-free and guilt-free. Now that's worth noticing. New Yoplait Light custard style. Do it for you.
For information about our show, questions for future guests, suggestions for future shows, or my personal appearance schedule, call our hotline, 1-900-454-1000. It costs 95 cents. You got to be 18 or older. Touch-tone callers only.
Its galaxy is uncharted.
This probe may represent contact with a new species.
Its purpose is unknown.
Reactor 2 has just been shut down.
What? Its power is unstoppable.
Whatever it is, it's slowly disabling our station.
And its first victim is Odo.
Do you happen to know the schedule of his regenerative cycle?
My God, I have no idea.
It's beginning. No one has ever seen me like this before.
On an all-new episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Tonight at 8 on Paramount 20.
High school graduate, how about a career in court reporting? The Shirley Baker Career Institute, committed to excellence, has seen 100% of their graduates go right to work. I'm James Drury. You may remember me as the Virginian. Court reporters are in demand nationwide. You can earn more to start than many do after years of service. Financial assistance is available if you qualify. Insist on the best from yourself and your life. Call the Shirley Baker Career Institute today and come hear the story of court reporting, a profession you can be proud of.
Hi, I'm Tom, the insurance man Pagani for American Insurance of Texas, and I'll insure any warrant driver and anything. What's best about American Insurance?
When nobody else would insure me, American would.
You can save hundreds of dollars.
Low down payment. Our friendly staff is standing by with fast, free quotes at 640-6400. Let American save you hundreds of dollars on insurance, and remember...
American Insurance! Your auto insurance hotline! American Insurance of Texas.
Look, I've already received 3 letters, and you're the 4th lawyer to call since I got home from the hospital. I haven't had time to rest, much less think about what I need to do.
When you need legal help, choose the professionals. Attorney Steve Lee and Associates wants to help you. No appointment necessary, hospital consultation free, initial transportation to the office available. Call the 24-hour number, 921-4171. Attorney Steve Lee wants to help you, not badger you, to get your business.
This pink sapphire ring, by the way. Just thought you should know that. And it's from my next guest. My next guest is an avid collector. He recently paid a record $30,000 for Marilyn Monroe's dress from the film Some Like It Hot. He has one of the most eclectic collections of memorabilia which spans the gamut from Mussolini to Monroe, and he's brought some of it with us today, and it's just fascinating. Please welcome David Gainsborough Roberts. So nice to have you on. did you start to begin to collect? At what age?
Oh, from about the age of 7.
And what was the first thing you bought?
It was a little piece of wood that an auntie gave to me, and she said that this little piece of wood, it was about 6x4, came from Nelson's flagship, the Victory. It didn't, but I believed it.
Right, and that started.
And I carried this little piece of wood around me, and I took it to school, and I showed all the other kids, and I said, perhaps Nelson actually trod on this deck. Perhaps he held that piece of wood. Of course, there's thousands of bits of the Victory floating around all over the world.
But it's fun to know that.
That's what it started by.
Now, you brought the Marilyn Monroe dress with you?
Yes.
Could we see it right away, $30,000?
Yes,
oh, that is what she wore in Some Like It Hot. Oh, it's the underwear. Yes, I remember that.
This is the bus stop one.
The bus stop, of course.
Yeah. And the furs.
Oh, look, all right. And then you also brought with you a cape. What is the cape from?
The cape is from Errol Flynn's film, The Adventures of Don Juan.
And what would... And you just keep them in your museum. You also, though, have memorabilia. Well, this, I think, is wonderful. This is from Humphrey Bogart.
This is from Humphrey Bogart to his first wife, Mayo Bogart.
And this was a cigarette case?
A cigarette case. I think he's got to Mayo on the front. And in
Mayo, Bogart, Hollywood, California. And then inside...
He's got I Love You Bogey inside.
I Love You Bogey. Isn't that sweet?
And on the reverse, he's got his initials, because it's on the back here.
Yeah.
H.B. Humphrey Bogart on the back there.
Fabulous things.
Because unfortunately this time she was stabbing him and they were having terrible times.
Well,
and she drank herself to death about 2 years after he...
yeah, but who kept this?
I don't know.
How did you get this?
I got that at Christie's in auction house. A lot of people, I feel sure Miss Reynolds will agree, a lot of people either won't tell you where they've got it from, or it comes on the market because people have died.
And it's been stolen. I've had a lot of things stolen from me that appear at auction, and then I have to call and get it back.
Yeah, and buy it back. Now, you also have things, royal things, which I think are wonderful. These are Queen Victoria's stockings. Yes. Right?
It's really fabulous.
Isn't that great? And she was a lot thinner than I thought.
Well,
not attractive legs, and yet had 11 children. Go figure. All right. And well, these are great. Now, what are these? This is
these
money clip.
Well, no, in actual fact, they're both. That's a lighter.
A lighter.
And that is just a timepiece that
and a money clip. No?
And a money, yeah. But he wore that on his belt. Sam Giancana, the murdered mafia boss who was murdered in 1972. And if anybody had a hand in the Monroe killing, I mean, it was him. But he had he had these rather dinky, sweet little pieces of jewelry made. I mean, for such a vicious man.
Now, this you have, which I love. This is from Edward.
He was a dinky man.
Edward VII, and his mistress was Mrs. Keppel.
Mrs. Keppel.
Who had to curtsy before she got into bed with him at night. Did you know that?
I did, yes.
Yes, she had to curtsy and then she hopped in. And he gave her this?
He did. That's a very revolutionary pin because it's got an E and a 7 there. But rather than go back to the palace and have to get dressed up, he just left this jewelry around in some of his lady friends' houses.
Yeah, well, I have a pin that he gave her too.
Oh, do you?
I thought this meant he drank. And these are from the Duchess of Windsor. Now, these are the Duchess of Windsor's earrings?
Yes, I picked those up in the Geneva sale about 5 years ago. I think they were made here in New York in the 1960s.
What did you pay for these? May I ask you?
think about $25,000.
$25,000.
They'd fetch a lot more today.
Yes, they're very ugly.
It looks like a snail, doesn't it?
Yes, it's a Mexican snail. I've forgotten what
it's a Mexican snail. Buenas noches.
Is there anyone, a celebrity that you really like to collect more than anybody else?
Probably Marilyn Monroe.
And what else have you got of hers? You've got the little outfit from
I've got the bus stop one. I've got the furs, as you saw there, from the Prince and the Showgirl, which was a rather unhappy film that she made in England.
I have 13. If you want to pay that kind of money, dear.
You've got 13 things?
13 Marilyn Monroe costumes.
Oh, have you
aren't you glad you came over?
I am.
Yeah, now you can...
We might do business.
Might do business. You have your checkbook? Okay.
Oh, I have it.
Let me ask you, of just the things we've seen here, if I screamed fire, 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 which would you grab?
funnily enough, I grabbed that Al Capone cigarette case. This insignificant little thing there, yeah.
Al Capone cigarette case.
It was given to him by the gangster Johnny Torrio, who was ruling Chicago at the time, and he brought Capone in just as a general thug, and Capone rose to rank. It's on his 13th on the back. It's from John Torrio to Al and May on their 13th wedding anniversary.
You keep these all in your home?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
And what's the address of your home? And we'll be back, and we'll be joined by a man who sold memorabilia and film history.
Time once again for the Rodney D. Young and the Restless.
I can't go on like this, living a lie. I don't have auto liability insurance. But tomorrow, I'm calling Rodney D. Young to get it. I promise, Fred. Fred? Who the heck is Fred?
Call 644-6483 today.
Think young, Rodney D. Young.
When you want to protect important papers, you put them in a safe. When you want to protect money, you put it in a bank. But how do you protect yourself and your family when you've been injured by another's negligence? Only you can decide whether you need an attorney. You might consider the seriousness of the injury, its effect on you and your family, and the trust you have in the defendant or his insurance company. If you decide you need an attorney, please consider the law offices of Warren L. Eddington. In Houston, Brownsville, and Corpus Christi, we have serviced the Gulf Coast personal injury needs for over 30 years. Call 521-2600.
Still waiting for that pot of gold to get everything you want?
It's not coming.
So try Remco. You can get the name brand stuff you want today.
You don't need a lot of cash or credit.
Just go ahead and get it. Incredible 25th year savings are Remco now. For just $15.99 a week, get this large capacity washer dryer pair, full-size refrigerator, or TV VCR combo. Just $15.99 at Remco.
Great products, great prices, great people.
And great customers.
It's the Remco difference.
Remco. Go ahead and get it, store.
That's my little brother. I'm still in college with a couple of years to go. He studied electronics at ITT Technical Institute and is already working for a good company. While I'm studying the past, he's working on the future.
You can work on your future by preparing for a career in electronics at ITT Tech.
Call ITT Technical Institute at 1-800-942-0088 for an informative brochure. That's 1-800-942-0088. Call now.
What can be done to save little Annie Jean from the clutches of bad boy Al? At least Rodney D. Young's low monthly payments will make it easier for Al to do the right thing, won't it?
Join us. I'm sitting here with Alfred Hitchcock's ashtray. Isn't that great? Oh, God. What did I tell you? Look, there he is. See his little outline? Joining us now is a man who has made a career out of selling celebrity collectibles and movie memorabilia. He is the director of collectibles at the International Auction House Christie's. Please welcome Joshua Arthur. How nice to have you all.
Thank you very much.
Let's start with, because this is coming up for auction, Joan Crawford's
Oscar.
Oscar. Yeah, not a hard word. What would this go for?
Well, this is coming as property from the estate of Joan Crawford herself, and the Oscar is from Mildred Pearson. It's estimated at $8,000 to $12,000.
$8,000 to $12,000. Yeah. That's not bad for an Oscar.
No.
It'll go higher. You think it'll go higher?
Always does.
They always. Do you have an Oscar?
No, but I might have that one.
Yeah. All right.
It's a wonderful piece.
What about you, Debbie? Do you have an Oscar from anybody?
No, I don't have Oscars. They're usually kept at the Academy. This is most unusual. How is it you say you got it from the estate and the Academy hasn't called you on that?
No, actually, because Oscars prior to 1950 can actually be sold. Anything after 1950, the Academy actually required signatures of the recipients to sign a document saying that if they no longer wanted their awards. But this is before that date and can actually be sold.
Now,
I bet it'll go for 40.
Show me some other thing. 40,000, that'll be interesting.
There have been other Oscars that have sold for 50 and above, yeah.
What's the most expensive piece of memorabilia you've ever auctioned off at Christie's?
two pieces, actually. One was the script from Citizen Kane.
That went for how much?
$231,000.
Wow. Nice cover on it?
Leather bound, fully. It was Mankiewicz who wrote it. It was a wonderful piece and was with annotations. The second, which we actually saw a clip, The Ruby Slippers, for $167,000.
$167,000.
And that was back in 1988, so you never know if another pair came up now.
What that would go for?
Astronomical.
Well, what have you have here? This is little, whose shoes are these?
These are a pair of open-hooved pumps with double P's that are Miss Piggy shoes. These are pieces that are also coming up in our June 19th sale, and we sort of have an assortment of, we try to really kind of get a very eclectic group of pieces of memorabilia up for auction, because there are people really in all different veins.
Has this become suddenly very in to collect these things?
No, they have been in as long as there have been Hollywood stars. There have been people collecting either signatures or costumes whenever possible, although that's very rare. So as long as there's been a love for people in Hollywood, there have been those who collected it.
Now, how do you know, you're a Christie, how do you know what something is worth the first time it has a box? What is this jacket?
This is Liberace's jacket.
Oh my goodness.
All
right.
This is a piece of work, and very heavy.
Do you think he was gay?
I'm not going to comment on that. Low blow.
What was the
It was very warm, I'll put it to you that way.
What was the jacket go for?
That is estimated at $800 to $1,200.
That's all?
That's all.
All right, what's the other jacket?
The other jacket is actually a wonderful piece. This is Dick Van Dyke's jacket that he wore in the carousel sequence of Mary Poppins.
Oh, and now that would bring what? That's really just totally, so that should be in Debbie's museum.
We would love to see it in Debbie's museum.
Yeah.
Maybe someone will buy it and donate it to.
Keep saying that.
That's right. Well, they should. It's long overdue to be a Hollywood
There
museum.
should be a museum, and people should loan their things, not give them, but loan them.
Absolutely. What is more valuable, something that was owned personally by the star, or something they wore in a movie?
From the respect of an auction and from the collectors that we've seen in prices, it certainly is things that were used in a film. People want, there's an illusion about Hollywood that attracts collectors, which is maybe a character appealed to them in a certain way. It was emotionally very, enticing, and having an actual prop that they can remember that they saw on that silver screen is far more important than personal items.
Is there anything you've turned down? Anything you've said, ugh, no?
Oh, there's lots of things. We see hundreds and hundreds of things.
What do you remember that you thought we should take or we shouldn't take? What did you kind of...
There are things we've turned down, sign-in books from celebrities' funerals. Which
sign-in books from funerals.
From funerals. We've turned down a doll that Charles Manson made in prison.
I bet somebody would buy that.
I'm sure there are lots of it. There are certain things, and there's an aspect of being very, you want to stay tasteful.
Well, tasteful, but at Christie's, and Napoleon's penis came up. Am I right?
From what I understand, it was something that came up in London. Yes, and actually sold. We'll say it was in London. It wasn't in New York. It did so actually.
Guess what, honey?
Yes, that's right. Look on the mantle. Actually, even funnier was we sold one of the oldest known condoms, an 18th century condom in London last year for $6,000. Believe it or not.
I am going to ask you the most tasteless question. But I have to ask it because somebody out there is thinking, used or not?
I don't think they did testing on it. So God only knows. It was actually out of a whale membrane.
Out of a whale membrane.
Yeah.
And last, because you brought us a very good-looking man, let's look at what he's wearing and tell me what this is all about. Now, what is he wearing?
This is Charlton Heston's tunic and belt and shoes that were worn in Ben-Hur.
And again, we'll go for about how much?
Between about $800 to $1,200.
$800 to $1,200.
Right.
And final, let's go out on, then we'll be back with more.
Okay.
But in front of us framed is a piece of...
It is probably my favorite piece in our June 19th sale. It is actually the tiller that was presented to Katharine Hepburn from John Huston with a little band that's inscribed. It is the tiller from...